And welcome to the Monitors X podcast, episode 73. I think. I don't know. I keep track of these things anymore. To my right, special guest. She's always want to call on the podcast, but I never let her on. I'm always hiding her from the world because I don't want anybody to see her. My lovely wife, Mallory, is in the building. I'm going to give her my own round of applause.
I give myself a round of applause.
You've always wanted to come on the podcast. Now you're on.
Now I'm on.
I've never asked you. I never asked you to come on the podcast, I guess.
No.
Because you're never interested in coming, and you don't even watch the podcast.
I'm camera shy.
So the way we met, I was thinking about this. How I want to explain how we met, and it's either gonna have people don't hate me, or it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, or it's gonna, or people will be like, whatever, right?
Well, we're married now, so.
So it's whatever now, right? I guess it worked out. So Mallory was dating one of my best friends at the time. What was that, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was like 2007. No, we got together in 2017. So it was like
2015?
ending of 15,
16,
beginning of 16,
yeah.
I think. But mind you, I knew of you before I started dating this guy because I was friends with
How
Bailey.
couldn't you know me, you know? But anyways.
Yeah, but I just knew you before I started dating your used to be bestie.
So y'all dated for like what, a year, right?
Oh, I wouldn't even consider it really dating or a year.
Yeah.
I think it was just a partnership.
Yeah. Well, a partnership, like y'all ran a fucking car dealership together or something.
Basically.
Well, so you dated him for a minute. I met you like one time.
Yeah, when you came over.
When I came over, you came out, and then y'all ended up splitting up, and then I was living with Bree and Colton, and then you came over. It was like 2:00 in the fucking morning, right?
I think it was just...
I think it was my birthday. I think it was my 21st birthday.
I don't know. She was throwing some kind of party.
It was my 21st birthday because didn't they set fireworks off in the...
I don't know if I was there for that, though.
No. Because you showed up at 2:00 in the morning and the party ended at like 1:45. Because someone set off fucking fireworks in the street. So that's when everybody had dispersed.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you came over.
Because I found a parking spot just fine on that street.
Yeah, you may have came over late. But anyways, I'm sitting in the kitchen, and then you're sitting in the kitchen, and I see your little sneaky ass peeking around. You kept peeking at me and looking at me and checking me out and shit.
Because you're cute.
Yeah. Well, and then like what? Like a week later, 2 weeks later, you messaged me on Snapchat?
I don't know. So I'm not very good at timelines. I know... like I can tell you exactly what happened, but I just don't know the time frame. But I definitely, it was probably a month, I would say.
I think any relationship I've gotten into in the past 5 years has been because of social media, or is like started on social media. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever. I'm trying to think if I ever. I think the only girlfriend I've ever had that I've actually like walked up to and said like, "Hey, do you want to go on a date?" Whatever was like my very first like love ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just uncommon for, and I hate to be this way,
because
like our generation. Like,
well, because if I walk up to you nowadays, right? I'm the fucking creepy dude, and
you're the,
you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
Like I said, what I tell you when I'm in the gym.
He doesn't look.
I don't look at you, but I'm not even peeking because I don't want to give you the satisfaction of you being like.
And a side note to that is definitely like, I am not the type of woman to say if a man were to come up to me and say, "Oh, hey honey, you're looking fine," or whatever guys say.
Has anybody ever walked up to you and say, "Hey honey, you're looking fine"?
No, but you know what I mean.
Hey honey, you're looking fine.
We have like the respectful men who come up and like compliment you or like try to make nice conversation, and then you have the gross men who are provocative.
Okay, well,
that.
let me ask you this: so the guy that was hitting on you at No, where were the chicken spot? What's the fucking Canes? Like, do that hit on you and Taylor at Canes.
Oh, the artist.
So is it creepy that he drew a fucking picture of you and your girl?
Okay, so this is how I took it at first. See, I would say I'm very naive when it comes to things, or when it comes to people approaching me. And it just so happens this man comes up to Taylor and I as we're eating.
Was
and
he
he's
cute?
like, no, he was not attractive.
Oh.
And looks aren't everything, but
Yeah, they are. Don't let her fucking say that.
it puts a little,
Yeah.
you know.
Whatever.
So anyways, he comes up to us and he's like, hey, my name's so-and-so. This is what I do. I work for Six Flags. And automatically I'm like, dude, get the hell away from me.
He said he works at
But-
Six Flags?
Yeah, he does
If I'm
that
coming
at
up-
Six Flags, though.
If I'm coming up to, dude, let me take, dude, if I was there, I would have pretended like I wasn't your husband, and I would have been like, dude, let me help you out, dude. Don't ever walk up to a girl and the first fucking line you say is, I work at Six Flags.
Oh, let me elaborate.
You wear a green jacket for a living.
Yeah,
That's not my opener. Yeah, continue, whatever.
So anyways, we're sitting there and like I look at Taylor and I start giggling because I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Say no? I don't say no. Well, I say no.
And
but
don't take this the wrong way, but it's not like dudes come up to you like 24/7
yeah, like
trying to fuck
look
around.
at me. Like I am
You-
just
no,
I
don't
don't
say that.
attract those kind of people that just
Well,
walk
because your
up
face
to you.
most of the time is kind of like,
Well, I'm also just kind of like, you know, when I
yeah.
go in public, I'm just like, I'd rather be home. No matter where I am in public, I'd rather be home. So I don't have that nice face, we'll say. So
you
anyways,
have a nice face, but
we're sitting there, we're eating. He's like, hey, my name's so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. I'm at Six Flags, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, do you mind if he's a cartoonist. That's what he is. He's not well,
oh,
whatever.
he draws people's cartoons at Six Flags.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that's his job. And so he gave us his business card and everything. So I was like, okay, he's trying to get himself out there. So I was like, why not? Okay. He's like, do you mind if I draw you two? And I said, that's fine. He sat a good distance away.
How long did it take him to draw this picture?
I mean, we were probably there maybe 20 minutes.
And let me tell the people that this picture was hanging up in our room for like months on end.
Yeah.
And her friend Taylor, shout out to Taylor. If she sees this, if Taylor sees you, she's gonna laugh. I had to stare at Taylor in this girl's face for fucking months every morning I woke up because it was right on the fucking wall.
And it wasn't a bad cartoon at all. Like, his work was decent for like Six Flags, but not like Disneyland or Disney World.
We got off topic. So main thing of this is, so would you consider that creepy?
I
That he drew a
mean,
picture of you?
Yes.
Were you
and
eating?
no. Yeah.
You were still eating and he was doing
I
this? He was
think-
drawing a
I don't
picture?
know. That was it was months ago. So
I'd have been like, dude, I'm fucking eating. Don't draw a picture of me right now.
Yeah, and I just got my hair done that day, and so I felt like pretty. So
Well,
that's why I said
we got a
yes.
topic to how we even got on this topic. So you were dating my best friend.
Mhm.
I was slowly coming out of contact with him.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, so I already been through the whole fucking around with the friend's girl in the first place. So I was like, I'd fucking do this one a little different.
Mhm.
So that's when I called him and I was like, dude, I need to fucking
No, you need to back up because you haven't even gotten to the point. So I reach out to him. So
Yeah.
initially we follow each other on Instagram. Okay. Yeah.
typical
Instagram.
fucking.
And I'm like,
typical
dang,
shit.
he is just so fine. And so either your Snapchat was on there or something. I don't know. Somehow we got each other Snapchats.
Yeah.
And of course it happened on Snapchat.
Twitter, I think.
I can't remember. Anyways, so I messaged him on Snapchat, like all these like little comments to like
Yeah,
his
you comment on
posts,
fucking every like stupid little thing.
everything because I wanted him and I wanted him to know I was interested, and I kind of
I was bad at hints.
yeah, he was really bad at hints. But as soon as I guess like we went out that first night.
Yeah, we went
that's
to
kinda
Cane
knew
Roses.
when
We got pizza.
clicked. Yeah, we got pizza.
Yeah, you'd have
down
paid for
in-
parking. I was so fucking embarrassed, dude.
Was it Oh, that's because
And dude, so we pull up to Cane Roses. Cane Roses in Fort Worth, and
No, it's Deep Ellum.
Deep Ellum. That's not Fort Worth. That's Dallas.
Yeah, it's Dallas.
Dallas. So we fucking pull up in this parking lot, and some random black dude comes out of the fucking corner. He's like, hey man, he's like fucking like $20 or something to park here, right? He's like $20 cash. And I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, I don't have cash, bro. And I'm like thinking, I'm like, oh my god, I'm on this first fucking date with this girl. I don't have any fucking money to pay this dude. I'm gonna have to go around, park this car. It's gonna be such a. And the thing with me is, I can't just go somewhere and do it as an obstacle,
And
right?
we've learned over.
If we've learned that if you go somewhere and it goes perfect,
Something's up.
something's up.
Something's gonna happen,
We gotta
whether
do
it's that day
yeah.
or a week from now
Yeah.
or a year.
So
Something's gonna happen.
So this dude, black guy comes over. He's like, "Hey man, $20." I'm like, first I'm like, does this dude even fucking work here?
Yeah, I think that was our first question.
Second off, I don't got $20. So Mal's like, I get 20. I'm like, oh god. And if you don't know, I don't like when people like pay for anything. I'm like, I don't know.
Not even his mother.
No, I don't like any of that shit, man. And she fucking pays the dude, and then the next thing you know, the dude's gone. And I didn't say anything, but at the time I'm like, this motherfucker is just sitting in the parking lot taking motherfucker's change. Anyways,
Gotta make a living.
so yeah, we go on the first date and all that. We get that all the way, and then we're like, I think we're about to go on our second one. That's when I called him, your ex, my best friend. I was like, hey man, he talked to you. Respectfully was like, dude, this is what it is. I was like, are you cool with it? And he was like, yeah, he didn't give a shit, really.
Didn't even care. Like I said, partnership.
Shout out to you. He didn't really give a shit.
You know who you are.
Yeah, so, and then we dated for like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's not all thanks to his best friend, or used to be friend, but I don't think Nick and I would have been together today if I wouldn't have gone through what I did with his ex-best friend, or whatever you want to call him, friend. We'll call him friend.
Yeah.
Because y'all are still friends. I mean,
Yeah, I would still fuck with it. I saw him not too long ago, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw him like last month.
So.
It was all love when I saw him.
Yeah.
But, so fast forward, we fucking date for 6 months.
I want to say it was.
See, this is the thing, is when I'm about to explain this, I sound like your typical, like,
young love.
Young love. Oh,
Young
I fucking hate myself for it, because, like, I try not to think about it, because then I'm like, oh, it's so cliche. I hate being cliche.
I don't like the word cliche.
Cliche. It's why they name it cliche. But we dated for 6 months, and then I had like a whole thing, and then you were fucking there every step of the way. So I was like, because I've had many girls that when I've had trouble, they're just fucking like peace and they're out, bro. But you like sticked around, so I was like, fuck, there must be something here. So 6 months, I fucking proposed to you.
Marriage.
You know, my dad told me not to get married till 30.
Well.
And when I called him the night that I asked you to marry me, I called him right when we were fucking leaving the place, and I was like, dude, I just got married, or I was like, dude, I'm engaged, and he was like, you're what? And I was like, I'm engaged, I'm getting married, and he was like, what? Congratulate? I was expecting him to give like a whole speech, like,
but I think
because he's always like, if I'm always fucking up, he'll sit me down and be like, dude, you're fucking up here.
But they saw how we were together.
I guess, but that's like your typical cliche, like 6 months, get married, married for 2 years, and then divorce type shit. How long have we been married now? Almost a year.
Almost a year. It'll be a year in June.
And we've been, so we did. Then we had the wedding. What, 6 months? So we did it at 6 months. Oh my god, I'm everywhere here.
He's everywhere. Timeline issues.
I proposed to you at 6 months. And then
I think you proposed on Valentine's Day.
No, I didn't propose on Valentine's Day. I gave you the ring on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a promise ring. My cheap ass was like, this is going to be your wedding ring.
Yeah.
Until that got all fucked up and I dropped on a new wedding ring, yeah.
And we wear it today.
What was I talking about?
You called that after you proposed?
Oh, yeah, I was expecting a whole fucking spill and everything, and he didn't say anything. And then we had the whole wedding. What do you think about our wedding?
Oh my god, I can be so brutally honest, but I won't be because some parts are ugly. But altogether, I had a specific view in my head. Initially, I did not want a wedding. I wanted the two of us to go to the courthouse on not any particular day, sign the papers, be married that day, and then like basically just come home and tell everyone like we got married and say,
which is what
if
we
you
should
would
have
like
done, but we
to-
didn't discuss that.
No.
So I tell Nana, and Nana, my grandma, if you don't know my grandma, she's like my number one, like anything that like.
Anything you ever need, want to
She's
hear,
there. So as
she
soon as
is
she
the
heard
person.
wedding, alarms just fucking went off her head.
And
and she
nobody
was
would
like,
listen to me at that point. As soon
Nah.
as he said the word marriage and
Marriage.
wedding, his mother and
Went
I don't
nuts.
Nana,
Yeah,
I guess we'll just call her Nana. That's what we call
yeah,
her.
nuts.
Anyways, they both went nuts, and
In a good way.
in a good way. And it was very rough in the beginning, but ultimately I had a specific view in mind and it didn't happen. But at the end of the day, like at the end of that night that we got married, I was a little pissed off, we'll
Dude,
say.
tell me about it, man. You like your typical fucking marriage in the movies is like they get married and they go back to the
It's
room.
such a happy wedding
They get
and
back to the
nothing
room.
bad
I mean,
ever
look, I was
happens.
fucking fine. Look, the reason that I was okay with the wedding, let me explain to a few people that's a little lost here. The wedding was a bit of a disaster because let me explain something. I'll explain, you know this. When it comes to my family, it's not going to be your typical smooth fucking let's get in, get out. It's going to be
We were already past that point.
it's it's going to be like you're going to have to jump through obstacles. But
And
I
like-
knew that going. I've been used to that my whole life, so for me it was like
Nothing.
it's just another thing. Like what do we
And like my whole thing is as I was saying, at the end of the night, I told myself like I was so upset that things didn't go right. My dress kept ripping. Like it was just one little thing after
I mean, come on, you
another.
had a long ass dress on.
Well, it was clipped and people kept stepping on it, and so it would pull it off the hook, and it was just mayhem. Anyways, at the end of the day, I realized I was not there for any of those people. I was not there for the decorations. I was not there for the food. I was there to marry him. And that's what we did. So I would say it was a successful wedding.
Yeah.
And during like our wedding, or during the ceremony part, I think I cried as soon as I walked in and then as soon as we left. I think I cried the whole, what would you say, 25 minutes we were in there?
It was a long time.
I mean,
Seemed like
I
a long
literally,
fucking
I
time.
was snotty in the nose. I mean, it was in my
No,
veil.
I don't think
It-
I really truly don't think many people know what it's like to be in front of 50 plus people and be bawling your eyes out trying to say a fucking speech
yeah.
and you can't even catch your breath and you're like you know the
And
one
like,
thing
also, let me pause you.
yeah
Is like I've been through so much in my life, and so is Nick, and so yes, it was fast. Everything was very fast, but it had to be fast to get where we are now. Like this is where we wanted to be. What, a year ago, almost 2 years ago? This is where we wanted to be,
Mhm.
and we got here.
Mhm.
Well, this is what I was saying. So I've been
There
through a
we are.
lot. Nick's been through a lot.
yeah
And like, you know, at first my family was like, "Oh, you're getting married." Of course, my dad was all for it because he was obsessed with Nick from the beginning.
shout out to Mr.
Kim Anderson, man.
Kim man
But
is watching it
from the beginning, Nick's understood everything without me having to explain everything, and that means, I don't know. That means just a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of words that you can put there. We don't have enough time in the day for that. So anyways, what I was saying is like, yes, we are young.
yeah I'm 23 you're 22
Yeah, you'll be 24 this year. I'll be 23. But like, I feel like we've been married for 10 years. Like
yeah
it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I really believe that we will go far together.
I mean I got nothing else to do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying I got nothing else to do
I mean, you're going to marry someone else eventually.
I mean not really what is that supposed to mean we're getting divorced already
No, but you know, like,
or are you trying to
if it wasn't me, then you were probably going to end up with
Oh,
someone
you
else.
mean you
know
were
what I
gonna
mean?
marry someone anyways? Oh, I mean, I don't know, probably not.
Mm.
No, probably not. What the fuck I want to get married for? I
He
tell you this all the
has
time.
changed a lot with me, though. You
do
went
you mean?
from both of us in the beginning of our relationship. You were this like I'm a man, nothing's ever gonna tear me down. And then like now it's completely different.
Yeah.
We'll just say it's completely different.
Yeah.
I brought out your feelings a lot.
Well, it's almost been 3 fucking years, huh?
Since 2017?
Man, let me tell you what.
November 2017 is when we started dating officially.
Since what we don't know the exact day.
No, timeline.
And that's
issues.
what I love. I love that we don't know the exact day. The only day I know is June 9th.
June 8th.
June 8th. Oh, fuck
He was
me.
there. Give it
June
to him.
8th. Everyone was like fucking a day off.
Yeah. You know, it's the fact that you just remember.
Yeah. Because I remember fucking old Randy Dick and we were in the back.
Dude.
And he was, he goes, what's today's date? And I go, June 8th. He goes, remember that always or you'll be in trouble. And it's fucking been nailed in my head.
I know you'll remember it when it's coming up or something like that. I don't expect you to remember it off.
Yeah, and we're supposed to eat the cake for what, a piece of
And we
cake?
haven't even been married a
It's
year,
not
so
good
I don't
cake,
expect
though.
you to know the actual.
It's not good cake. It's not going to be good.
It's tradition.
It's tradition to freeze a piece of the cake for a fucking year and then eat it.
Yeah.
It's no good. It's stale.
It was in the freezer.
So you're telling me I put my balls in the freezer
Oh my God,
for a
he does
year?
not understand tradition.
I understand tradition, but I also understand food poisoning.
Well, no one said you had to take.
Whose fridge is this in?
Your father's.
It's in my father's freezer right now.
Call him. Ask him.
No, I don't want to call him. He's busy.
Yeah,
He ain't doing
he
shit.
said it was in his freezer.
It's in his freezer?
Yes, and then shout out to our good friend Meredith. She got us this very expensive bottle of champagne that I've been saving for our year anniversary, wherever we will be at that time. We will be popping bottles.
We got a bottle of champagne as well?
Yeah, it's the one Meredith got. She said it was the best one out there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have it hidden.
Where's that at?
I'm not telling.
It's in his house?
Maybe.
I don't even like champagne.
Yes, it's in this house.
Do you like champagne? You don't like champagne.
I like it with orange juice.
You barely even like wine. That's a mimosa. That's not champagne.
Okay, well, we can have a mimosa.
Let's go to a brunch and get a mimosa. Fuck it. This Saturday, let's go to the Hampton down the street and get a mimosa. Let's stay in that.
We can go to a place that does brunch.
No,
and
what's
get
this?
mimosas.
I saw a brunch place today. What was that? I wanted to check it out. It said brunch. Fuck, it was local.
Here in Mansfield?
Oh, I don't know. Well, babe, we've been doing it for almost about 25 minutes.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Sure.
You want to take us out of here? Say, this is Mallory Vivar, Modern Rejects Podcast, episode 73. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Okay, go.
This is Mallory Vivar. This is the
Oh, my God.
Modern Rejects
Podcast.
Podcast, and this is episode 73.
Hat. Say hat.
Hey.